Hi everyone, thanks for tuning in. I'm just, when you come from a lot of toxicity, when your background, when it's generations and generations and generations of toxicity, and you're trying to find your balance and your place, you review your life story, you review your family history, and when you come from a lot of toxicity and a lot of loss, due to personal choices, struggling through it is very painful. But you have to feel the pain to get you to your next journey, your next chapter, your next life cycle. When you're assessing and you look at all that toxicity, observe it, don't absorb it anymore, right? You've already went through the absorbing part of it, which is why you're sitting in your world right now going, what the fuck? I get it. I come from a very toxified background. I come from a lot of loss of many family members due to illness or self-inflicting. I've had 3 of my family members self-inflict. And while I'm going through my own personal struggles, I kind of observe their lives to try and understand why they made the choices they made. And what I'm getting from it is that we're all on our own personal journeys. We can't guilt ourselves or shame ourselves from being part of a toxified generation after generation. And then when you think of all the generations, it allows you to focus on the time of that generation, right? That lineage, and what could have been going on in their world to bring them to make the choices that they made. And sometimes that's a tough pill to swallow. But as we heal, or try to heal, we go into that painful part of us, that very sheltered self, and you try and muffle through the pain, the why, the how come, to why me. But with that question, I'm definitely learning that I was brought here for a purpose, to be amongst the toxicity of my life, to allow me to grow and evolve into a better version of me for my next journey, for my next chapter. We all have our journeys, don't we? Every single one of us. We have to go through our pain to understand the evolution of our human journey. And everybody that is intertwined into our storyline is important, all in their own right. Keep battling. Keep fighting your way through. Find your support groups, your support system, whatever that may be. Focus on the good things that life has in front of you, and be prepared to face those limits that we put upon ourselves, those limits of the unknown, those limits of the choices and decisions that we make, because we feel empty, we feel unseen, we feel unheard, And know that a lot of that revolves around the toxicity of the environment, your primary environment, which boils over to your secondary environment. It just does. And it impacts our sociability, it impacts our person, it impacts our personal characters. The family dysfunction is probably the most difficult for most of us. I'd like to hear your comments on it. I really would. Just because we all have our own storylines, right? I've come such a long way in the past 2 years, and I'm still struggling with my purpose and my reason, my character, the damage I've caused others, as well as the damage that has been put upon me. Some of it I put upon myself, some of it I didn't. But we get to a point where self-preservation is our priority. So despite the toxicity, despite the lack of or loss or mourning of specific people, places, or things, we have to pull ourselves through what we need to pull ourselves through. And each one of us are going to make our own choices in doing that. And those choices will impact your surroundings, the people in your environment, your professional work, your careers, your family units. It hurts. But we are all here as students, learning how to become better versions of ourselves. Because this is not the first time we've done this. We've been at this quite a few times. A lot of us are regenerated souls, and we ended up interacting with people in our past lives. And sometimes we have to cut those soul contracts. And that's the painful part. Cutting off those toxic ties for self-preservation. Anyhow, again, until next time, vibrating minds, I'm clearly stated. Throw some comments in there. I'd like to get some feedback. Take care.